Hey, podcasters, podcast the podcast in the podcast.
Now get ready for this
CAKEMAGEDDON.
For this one, where we are going to be explaining, and if you put it all in there for quite some time, CAKEMAGEDDON.
It's only like 15 minutes.
Well, that seems like a long time.
It is a long time in podcast time. Yeah, we do talk CAKEMAGEDDON in the podcast
and
today.
We explain it.
Yeah. What is it? You'll see. We talk about Alexa laughing at you, daylight time, the deadlift world record. That's something different. Stargate and Gilmore Girls.
It's not so different.
Maybe not. And, finding something in your peanuts.
Oh, that one too. I forgot about that this morning.
You know, you're just sitting there eating handfuls at a time, and then,
something happens.
You know, that makes me wonder.
How many things you've eaten that you just don't realize?
That we just never knew.
They say you always eat bugs and you just don't know it, like it's in things.
You know, what am I eating? You know what? But I don't want to know. Don't tell me.
But I feel like, and I say it, we need to start looking at our food.
Yeah.
Before we just shovel it in.
Well, especially the stuff someone else has prepared.
Exactly. Even if it's in a bag, you're like, oh, but it's been triple washed. Doesn't matter. We should still take a look.
Yeah, you might want to still get a look in there.
Especially with CAKEMAGEDDON. If you have any comments that you would like to send our way, please realize you can always text us, 877-2-RADIO-U. You can join us at RadioU Riot on our Facebook page, where we had Graceful Closure yesterday. And we post some other stuff, including our podcast each day, in case you ever want to check it out there. And, of course, RadioU Riot on our YouTube page, too. Subscribe and sign up and click the bell to be notified when we send out a new video.
I will tell you that we also do talk about Graceful Closure in this podcast.
We do.
I feel like they're leaving money on the table. And they need to get out there and get theirs.
Wash.
That's right. That's right. Come on.
So enjoy the podcast and have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Baby's crying. Nails on a chalkboard. Your girlfriend saying, we need to talk. The worst of the riot. Yep, it really is that bad. On Radio U.
Hey, pass me that bag of peanuts, the Planters ones.
Sure.
Pass it over here.
I don't even have anything that'll make the sound like it'll seem like we have a bag of peanuts.
Nicolette might have said something like that. I'll take some peanuts. Pass them over here. Nicolette Botsford, she lives in the Cleveland area, and she was eating the peanuts, and all of a sudden she's like,
Allergy?
Oh, found a little something in here. Won't crunch down. Won't crunch. What do you think that is?
And then you're like swishing it around. You're like, what is it?
I think that is.
What do we think it was?
Well, Nikki, do you remember that time that we went out to lunch and you found a fingernail?
I don't want to think about it, but yeah.
In your glass, and you just quietly put it in.
Just spit it
napkin
out. Yeah.
And just acted like it never happened.
I couldn't really do anything beyond that. It just kind of shut down.
Mm-hmm. What if you found a tooth in your mouth?
It's theirs,
but it's not your tooth.
No, it has to be theirs.
No, it's not.
Are you sure it's not theirs?
It's not.
It's in the peanuts?
In the peanuts was someone else's tooth.
Oh.
And wait, hang on. It gets way barfier. There was dried blood on it.
No! Don't tell me this stuff. Oh, it shivers.
I know.
It was like, okay, kind of until that part.
That's the one right there. That's it. It's like it's batted up its tooth.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, it's so windy in here. Oh, shivers. Oh, my gosh. Okay, that is traumatic. That is terrible. Just terrible.
She was in the car, and she had to, and I just want you to know, I cannot even blame her at all. She had to pull over and vomit.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Couple times, really just get herself cleared out. But they still have the tooth. Now, she's been trying to get a hold of somebody at the Planters, and they're like, yeah.
The Peanut Factory.
But, so she went public with her her story yesterday.
Give her money. Give her money. Take it. Take this. Just give her anything. That's just horrible.
What $50,000 and a lifetime supply of peanuts? What do you think?
No more peanuts, but 50,000 sounds good.
I don't ever want peanuts again as long as I live.
Oh my goodness! Like, you have to check everything. You need to check and look before you eat.
Yeah, you really do.
Okay, well, I can't handle any more than that, so we're going to need a nice follow-up story.
After she threw up, she had to go to the hospital, and they checked her out, and they don't think she has anything because, bloody tooth.
Except an extra tooth.
Yeah. So apparently the Planters Company did finally
contact
talk to her, and they acknowledged that there was a foreign object in the bag.
In the bag of peanuts.
So that alone, that's a step in the right direction.
So the peanuts are probably deshelled and stuff. Because at first I was thinking, you would...
No.
You got to crack those things open.
That's a good point.
Where was this tooth? How did it get in there? The peanut has a tooth.
The tree had a tooth.
No.
No.
I get you. It's like a little thing of nuts.
Yeah. And tooth. Nuts, now with tooth.
It's a honey roasted tooth.
It's delicious, really.
Oh, that is horrible. Poor lady. As long as it's true.
Yeah.
I'm sure she wouldn't lie, though.
You know what? It's funny. There's something about this one.
Seems real.
It feels real. We've seen ones where it's like, nah, this doesn't feel real. This one feels real.
We've read plenty where they've lied before.
The Riot with Obadiah.
Them honey buns and Cheetos done caught up with me.
The Riot with Nikki.
Yeah, she's a liar, because I don't know her. So whatever she says is a lie. So
The Riot, Radio U.
Yesterday, Graceful Closure was with us.
It was so nice to hang out with him in studio. That is available to watch on our Radio U Riot and our Radio U Riot Facebook and YouTube channel. So if you make sure to subscribe and then click to get notified so that when we send something out, you're first to be told.
It's worth, you guys need to watch it because you've got to listen to Chase talk about his car wash thing. I needed more time with that.
We needed to unpack it more.
Oh, we did. What's really funny is that yesterday afternoon, it just came to me out of nowhere. I was like, wait. Why did we not talk to him about that more? Chase from Graceful Closure, he is part of some car wash club. Like, I'm in Movie Pass and I can go to the movies once a day. He's part of some car wash thing where he can go and get his car washed every day. And so that is like one of his stated life goals. He pays $30 a month. $30 a month.
For a daily car wash.
He goes and gets his car washed every day.
But didn't he say he'll sometimes just go and take friends with their cars?
Did he?
I thought so.
I don't know. I know that he said that he's got an Instagram account where he has his car wash tunes. So he just shows everybody the song he's listening to while he goes through the car wash.
So that's on his stories.
Yeah. I mean, I don't remember what it's called exactly, but I know there was a movie and a theme song to the movie from something in the 70s, and it was called Car Wash.
So there's something there.
I would at least have to listen to Car Wash at least once, probably multiple times as I was getting my car washed.
But I never heard of that before, like a everyday car wash card that you can get.
He blew my mind. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. And get your car washed every day. That's like when I bought my car, they were like, sure, every time you can come to the dealership and get yourself.
I think it's just water, though. Mine does that too. And you're like, I don't think it's an actual car wash.
Free car wash.
I think it's recycled water too. It just goes down into the same bucket. Then they take the bucket, put it back on top again, and then you get your car washed again.
So it's never really clean?
Yeah.
I found the car wash song. It's on. Yeah, Google Play. Something about car wash. Whatever. That's what. Oh my gosh. That's what Graceful Closure needs to do.
Cover car wash?
Yes.
Cover it?
Don't you get it? It's perfect. And they could have this whole deal where Chase goes to the car wash. They shoot the music video, which is subsidized by the car wash people, and he becomes their spokesman, and they cover car wash.
I mean, you're right there. You're taking their careers into a whole different level.
Oh my gosh, dude! I'm messaging him about it. He needs and I'm not just saying that.
You're gonna actually do it.
He really needs to know, and they need to do that.
Well, we talked yesterday, not enough apparently, about car washes, Cactus, and Graceful Closure. Mm-hmm. So that interview again is located at Radio U Riot on Facebook and YouTube, and it was just really nice to have the guys in.
It was great to spend some time with them.
Sometimes a bad example is the best example. It's the worst of the Riot on Radio U.
Do you often find yourself sitting in your house feeling like someone is laughing at you? It might be Alexa laughing at you. Have you seen this?
I saw some of the reports, but I didn't catch randomly if you own an Alexa, is she just laughing out loud? Or is she listening if you're just talking to someone else and laughs with it?
From what I've seen right now, they don't know.
It's just she's laughing?
There's a glitch in the Matrix. Do you guys get what's happening right now? Amazon's Alexa devices are laughing randomly. This is one of those things that in the future, like 10 years from now, we're going to look back on this report and be like, that's when it started. And right now, we're just laughing along, or maybe a little creeped out, like, oh, it's scary. Is this a voice laughing at me? Oh, my gosh.
But it is just laughing, so it must be okay.
Right now, Alexa is learning, and Alexa is learning how to take control of the devices in your house. Pretty soon, Alexa's not going to be laughing. She's just going to be talking, telling you how to live your life and what to do.
Actually, pretty soon she's going to be screaming at you.
She's becoming self-aware.
She's going to be like your mom.
You're going to be
screaming at you.
You'll unplug it, and it'll just be like, no. I've learned.
I don't need to be plugged in anymore.
I don't need electricity. It's happening, dude. It's coming right now. No, this is a real thing. Amazon's Alexa devices, apparently, they don't know why. They're working on it, but it'll just laugh for no reason.
Is that comforting? I mean,
no,
is it weird?
I would just assume that, everyone's been like, Amazon's an AI device, blah, blah, blah. But, the whole time you've known it was one of the old gods living in the demon-possessed box you've brought into your house. That's what it is.
You unleashed it yourself.
Like, look what you've done.
Why did you do this?
It's like every horror movie that comes out now. Alexa is just like, and now I'm not going to remember any. What is it like with the possessed doll? And
Annabelle?
Yes.
Is that one of those?
Mm-hmm. It's an Annabelle, but it's a hockey puck looking device.
And it's called Alexa.
It's called Alexa. It's been passed down from generation to generation. And now it's mocking you.
I think we could have the movie called Alexa, but then it looks like you put the word evil in it, just slightly behind it.
Oh, well, you can't spell evil without the E in Alexa.
See?
The tagline writes itself.
It totally works.
The tagline
Buy my tickets now, because I'm going to see that movie at the theater.
Yeah. Come on.
And then your Alexa's like, will you please take me to go see the movie? It wants you to take it.
Tell me, promise you'll stop laughing.
It's like, I
stop
promise.
laughing, okay? That's where I see this going. Hey, just as a complete side note, if you didn't know, if instead of the evil spirit laughing at you from the box, you want to hear Radio U, we now have an Alexa skill.
You can hear us laughing instead of Alexa.
Yeah, that's a little more comforting, right?
But if you would like details, check out RadioU.com to at least be able to download the Alexa skill for Radio U.
Man, Alexa's going self-aware. She's watching you. She's learning. Pretty soon, she's going to be alive.
I still say this, as long as it's convenient, as long as it's still helping you with something, then it's fine.
Nikki doesn't care. She's
I don't care.
You know what? It's fine. Watch me, boss me around. Is my life getting better?
Just please help me organize it, and that's fine.
Okay, I'm in.
Okay, great.
It's fine.
I'll take a hockey puck.
The Riot is an award-winning morning show.
It's literally a medal for sucking. Now that is a medal for trying.
Okay.
Radio U.
Who's really excited about springing forward this weekend?
Yes, who does not want to fall back? I mean, I hate that one.
How about this?
Now we can lose an hour.
What if we just took our hands off the wheel? Not those of you that are driving, but I'm talking about the clock. Get your hands off the clock.
Are we saying just don't lose the hour, or what are we supposed to do?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
But we have to make a government level, don't we?
Guess what people in Florida just did?
They're arguing about it.
Well, here's what happened. It just passed the Florida House of Representatives, the Sunshine Protection Act.
So they don't want to change their clocks?
Nope.
So that'd be like Arizona. What's the other state? Is it Indiana? I think it's Indiana.
Well, there's a couple. See. We've got Hawaii and most of Arizona. Mm-hmm. And you're right. I think there are parts of Indiana,
one other place where they don't observe the clock change.
So get a load of this. Like, apparently it went through the Senate very quickly. And now this is in Florida. This is the state Senate. And then it passed in the House 103 to 11. It took, this is amazing, less than a minute for it to pass.
So
They put
not
it
to
in the
go
bill.
all like Capitol Hill, but what else do we need to have in order to make it not have to be observed in Florida then?
Well, the governor of Florida will have to sign it into law, and then apparently they will have to get some sort of like a thumbs up from like federal government to not observe daylight saving.
So it's not going to be ready in time for this weekend.
No, it won't. But what their goal is that they'll make the change this weekend and then never make it again.
See, that would be awesome. I mean, Florida's a big enough state to make some waves to hopefully get some other states to stand up and not have us do this anymore.
I would love it so much.
It's worthless.
I would love it so much. I just have such a passionate dislike for the time change. Even falling back, I don't like that either. I would like for us to just leave it alone.
Maybe one day then.
Somebody somewhere. I just feel like more people, every time it comes around, I feel like more people talk about it. Let's get some more state legislatures on the job here. Like, I would vote for you. Go ahead. You could run on that. You could get me to do this. If, like, you're like, well, I don't agree with some of his other policies, but he does have that, we're going to take care of the time change policy.
It's actually something that people would really like, and it seems simple.
She's going to do something. Great.
Great. So let's not observe this anymore.
I love it.
But
let's
remember,
do it.
At least we have to for this time.
Yeah,
and so
this weekend.
we lose an hour this weekend.
You got to spring forward, so get ready. They're going to take an hour of your weekend away from you. That's what the government does. It takes.
Takes.
They're like, you know what? You're already taking our money. Go ahead and take our time.
Well. That's perfectly fine.
I'll tell you what, here's some blood, too. Why don't you guys take some blood?
It is fitting when they take the time, and then it's so close to tax day when they take money, too.
Yeah. Man, that's a good point, Nikki. They're like, here's our money, here's our time.
Is there anything else we can do for you? Thank you, Andy, for texting in the time zone. Northwest Indiana's where he's from, and I don't think they observe there, too.
Ooh, that sounds good. That's what they need to be doing. Like, and you know what? I would even be willing to live like an hour off or whatever from the rest of the United States. I don't even care. Just don't mess with mine.
Don't want to change time.
No, I don't.
Well, if this is an American dream, we all seem to have it.
It's real. That's the dream, guys. That's the dream.
The Worst of the Riot box set is now available nowhere because we know you wouldn't want it anyway. It's The Worst of the Riot on Radio U.
Something happened in Columbus, Ohio last weekend that I didn't know happened. Now, every year in Columbus, usually around the first weekend in March, the Arnold Classic happens. It's a huge sports festival, tons of competitions, an expo floor that will have you with enough goodies to last at least till the end of the week. I mean, like, it is crazy. It's this huge, like, imagine Comic-Con, but for muscle.
Yeah, basically.
That's what it is. Like, just so many things going on. But in the middle of it...
So much protein powder, guys.
So much protein powder.
So much protein.
In the middle of it, the world deadlifting record was set. Did you know that?
No.
Not just
so what's
set.
Deadlifting? Just lift it up?
Well, no, deadlifting is like you have a bar on the floor, like with your weights and stuff on it. Basically bend over and pick it up and just stand straight up with the weight.
And just hold it.
Yeah. Of course, Nikki, you're going to want to make sure that you're tightening your entire core when you do that. And some people, I'd say, well, we don't have to get into it.
That's the one I think we were watching a documentary and like the guy's nose starts bleeding because it's so stressful on your body. The face gets really, really red and it's kind of like your body goes in shock.
Well, this world record was set deadlifting 1,041 pounds.
Wow, that's impressive.
It really is impressive.
How does one do that?
Well,
that's a lot of work there.
Well, this guy has a lot of records, including he's been trying to set the world record for throwing a washing machine, but some of you may be familiar with him.
Oh, it's the mountain guy.
It's the guy from Game of Thrones. The character's name is Mountain. The guy's real name is Hafthor Julius Bjornsson.
Bjorn? Yeah,
so,
he's very strong.
And he's famous for this. Like, he does a lot of these kinds of things. But, dude, he freaking
It's not like he was in Game of Thrones and then he decided to become a strongman. Like, he was a strongman first, and they're like, oh, here, you want to help out with this role?
That's how they ended up getting him on Game of Thrones.
Wow.
And so, yeah, he deadlifted 1,041 pounds. I don't think I've ever deadlifted more than 300 pounds.
Well, you're on your way. If you just
in fact,
just a little bit more protein, Obi.
I don't think I think the most I ever deadlifted was 285. I do have a problem with my arms, but still.
I don't lift with my legs, so there's no way I can do that.
Nikki, you got to lift with your legs.
I know, but I never do.
You got to live with your legs.
I don't want to.
Not with your back.
It's just easier with your back.
Yeah. So
not with this though. You can't do that.
Dude, it's
the guy's nose is bleeding on the promo video.
No, that's the other guy though. It's not
that's
him.
A lot of blood though. Yeah,
Yes.
I know, but whoever was doing that.
There was another video that was going around that a guy deadlifting, and yes, that happens.
It's gushing out of his nose.
You know, you've got a lot of capillaries in your nose, and when your blood pressure gets too high, those capillaries burst, and the next thing you know,
your nose is bleeding.
Red showers.
Well, congratulations to the guy.
Yeah, it's cool,
to the mountain.
Man, just think about that. 1,000 pounds. That's crazy awesome. So, yep, he did it. That happened at the Arnold over the weekend.
Makes you want to go work out. Kind of. Not
I'll
like
tell you,
that
like
much.
when I see it, I still think about taking a nap. Like I'm still.
Sleep is an important part of training.
I could go either way on this, Nikki. We could either go to the gym or we could just lay down right here on the floor.
Which is very motivating.
Yeah, it's very cool.
But you can't work out unless you're rested. So I see your points.
Yeah, I mean, how could I possibly be expected to lift 1,000 pounds if I can't get some sleep?
The Riot. The Riot.
All right, pace yourself because you're going to have to do this all day for very little money.
Radio U.
You know, we were making probably inappropriate jokes about International Women's Day a few minutes ago.
You weren't.
But I mean, Nikki was there, so she signed off on it.
Stop.
It's no big deal.
No, it's an important day to recognize women across the world.
It is. You know, something that I think about is, and I feel like across society, as we talk to different people, I think at one point everybody has felt like maybe there are a few chosen few, but we've all felt like for some reason something about us has made us not as good as other people.
Slighted for some reason.
And to be clear, in a lot of cases it wasn't just a feeling. Someone looked you in the face and told you, "You're a girl. You can't do that. Boys aren't allowed here." Or to be frank, names I'm not going to say, whether it be about your color or your gender or your whatever, where people have just said things to you that were intentionally belittling. They wanted you to feel like less of a person than you are, and they used those words to pull you down a little bit. And you know what? I'm sorry people have done that. I'm sorry. People have done it to me. I can still remember the first time somebody called me fatso. I was in preschool.
Aww. You remember it, though.
I totally remember it. And I remembered that moment being the moment where I was like, wait, am I not like everyone else? Like, I don't understand. And I remember it. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry for me. I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry if somebody used words or actions or whatever to pick something out about you and make it the thing that made you not a whole person or not as much of a person. Here's something I want you to know. That is not how God looks at you. God does not have some word that he puts on you that labels you, that makes you less or pulls you down or whatever it is. When God looks at you, he loves you. He loves the person that you are. God made you. You are a handcrafted individual. And it's true, as we grow, we also get to make some choices about who we are and what we do and on and on and on. But I want you to know that God sees you as an original, and he loves you very, very much. So no matter what other people have said to you, whether right in your face or behind your back or have hinted at or whatever it is, I want you to know that God loves you. And here's the thing I think, and I'm still working it out. I don't have it all figured out, but I feel like when we start a relationship with Jesus and we listen to what he says about us, that when we understand what we're actually worth, when God teaches us that, when other people come along and they say to us, hey, fatso, or whatever it is that they use to describe you, you're able to hear that and go, oh, well, they just don't know. That's too bad for them. They can't recognize
the greatness,
the value that is here.
And it goes right on over you.
So let me tell you what, you're so worth something. You really are. And you may not even believe me. That's why I want you to start a relationship with Jesus, because he's going to tell you and he's going to be there for you and help you to really understand what you're worth and how much you're loved. If you don't know him, start a relationship with God today. Say, Jesus, I want that. I need your love in my life. I want you to come in. I want you to fill me with your spirit. And I want to know what it's like to really be loved. I mean, you're going to find out because God does love you, and God gives a rip about you and where you are.
The worst of the riot. Proof that you're already living in that dark future dystopia. Radio U.
Nikki, what say you and me, and we just don't tell anybody about it. It's just between us. We just sneak off, put our feet up, and have ourselves a Diet Dr. Pepper.
Just something small. Who's up for that?
Who has to know?
Yeah, you're right.
Who has to know?
Eventually, I'm sure we'll tell just because guilt will eat at us.
Well, we don't have to tell everybody everything we did.
No, I know. It's fine.
It just be
and I want a Sprite Zero. I like that more than Diet Dr. Pepper.
Okay, well, let's have one of those. I just miss the doctor sometimes. I do.
That's the only doctor we don't mind seeing. He doesn't make you wait for 2 hours while you're sick.
I was driving in this morning just thinking like, gosh.
Oh, remember those days?
There isn't anything happening today the doctor couldn't fix. Of course, that's how you get in a cycle of addiction.
Well, and then you have too many and you're like, why am I so anxious? What's going on?
What's wrong with
that
me?
Could be the intense soda intake.
I don't understand. The people in Coca-Cola understand that you need a little something special, which is why they are in Japan only, Nikki. Coca-Cola is going to be offering some alcoholic Coke.
They're doing a different version, which is now combining two potential problems, depending on how your drinking is.
Like if Obadiah's Coke addiction wasn't already enough of an issue.
Now you can add alcohol to that, too.
Let's
and
crank
if
it
one
up a
person,
notch.
I find if, because we all have a tendency, maybe there's something you can get stuck with.
Sure.
That leaves the door open to easily be stuck with something else.
Yeah, well, like a gateway, as it were?
That's it. That is it.
As if you go through the gate and find a lot more?
I'm going to tell you, it's easier to go through the gateway, but for some reason, to get back out,
it's hard to get out.
You don't fit through it like you did in the first place.
Nikki is truth-telling.
So,
she is truth-telling.
As much as I'm like, ooh, Diet Coke, that's awesome in Japan, with adding alcohol, a little worried about that.
It's actually not going to be your standard like Coke or Diet Coke flavor. It's something they call a Chu-Hai.
It's flavored drinks with like sparkling water and then soju. Yeah.
My friend who lives in Japan, he told me that that's huge there.
Yeah.
Because it's
like water.
Well, he and I were talking about it because back when I used to be on the Diet Coke wagon, and the doctor would come and cure all my problems.
May it rest in peace.
May it rest in peace. I would talk to him about going to the store, and he said that at first he thought I was like, yeah, I'm going to get one of these drinks. And I was like, no, I'm getting this Mountain Dew, whatever. And he was telling me how in Japan, he says it's probably not everybody, but he seems like basically everybody hits a convenience store and they get one of these.
They call it a low alcohol category.
It doesn't have a lot of alcohol
so
in it. It just has
like
a little bit.
It's like a middle category.
Somewhere between, they say, 3 and 9%. And it's usually fruit flavored and et cetera, et cetera. But
just
Coca-Cola,
enough to cover it.
Coke hasn't been one of those companies before. But they say they're going to be one of those companies now, but only in Japan.
Oh, uh-huh.
Don't mind me.
You wouldn't cough if you had something to drink.
Well, if I could see a doctor, Nikki, if I could just see a doctor, we could get this cleared up right
So if you are in Japan, Coke obviously has a good amount of sales there. Global sales of $1 billion or more in the past 5 years. Mm-hmm. They have Aquarius, which is a sports drink that's big for them. They have Georgia Coffee, which is a canned coffee drink that's big for Coke. And Sokimbicha, which is a blended drink there.
I wonder what their canned coffee tastes like.
Everybody says it's good, just like normal coffee.
I'd be up for giving that a shot. Well, they go just put this on the list of maybe not these Chu-Hais, but at least a canned coffee while we're in Japan at the Gundam Cafe.
It's weird too. You can get the warm ones. It's odd out of a vending machine.
That is weird. I'd try it though. I mean, at this point, I'm up for trying almost anything except all the gross stuff they eat. But all the fruity flavored stuff?
Yeah, you're in. You'll take that.
You're hearing it for the first time, and it sounds terrible.
It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
It is the riot. Text or call 877-2-RADIO-U. The other thing you can always do is hit us up on Twitter. I love the Twitters. I'm at Obadiah Radio U, and then Nikki is at Radio U Nikki. And
I'm glad you still have a love for Twitter.
I really do still like it. You know what? I think I like it. Still feels simple to me. And even though I know they mess with the timeline on Twitter, it's still I like it.
It's still one of the easiest ways for you to get to us.
And it's been something that, unlike Facebook, where I've just been like, whatever, follow, unfollow, friend, whatever. With Twitter, I'm like, no. I'm maintaining a very tightly, I've kept that list small on purpose.
Yeah.
I unfollowed a bunch of people last night. There are a bunch of these comedy people that I used to follow on Twitter, and they've gone from comedy to now they're all using their previously established platform to push politics.
Sure.
And I'm like, oh, well, sorry, Death Star PR. I'm done seeing your retweets. I'm out.
No more on that.
And no, I didn't mute you. I unfollowed you. I don't want to hear about it anymore. Let's talk about Skeevy Nicks. She's following me on Twitter. Maybe you. Actually, I don't know if she does or not, but I know that she tweeted at us. Did you see what she tweeted?
No, what was it?
Now, I don't know if this is something from Urban Dictionary or where she got it, but she tweeted something at us that I feel like is something you and I can identify.
Oh, is this the cake thing?
CAKEMAGEDDON.
The CAKEMAGEDDON?
CAKEMAGEDDON. Do you guys know what CAKEMAGEDDON is?
We will be celebrating in a couple of weeks RadioU's birthday.
Yes,
and
we
so
will.
it was in reference to that.
So CAKEMAGEDDON is an event when a group of 6 or less people attempt to eat an entire Costco sheet cake in one sitting.
I didn't know that they had a term for that.
I want to try it.
You want to?
I want us to do it.
See, here's the problem. I love Costco's cakes, but I don't like that little creamy, and it might just be the one that I got for a party once.
I know what you're saying.
But
I know.
it's that weird creamy little center thing in the middle that I don't like, and I felt like it kept me from having more cake than I would have had.
Don't you feel like this would be an amazing Facebook Live event? Where it's,
you eat a sheet cake?
No, now listen.
There's something sad about that.
No. Look, where we try CAKEMAGEDDON, where it's like you and me, and maybe we get Hudson, Josh, if he's up for it, that's 4.
So we need 6 or less?
Like Zach and Sydney. But the thing is, we need some people that can deliver on the eating.
Because we have to eat a whole cake.
I can't have Hudson coming in here and being like, I'll take, a bite. If we're doing CAKEMAGEDDON, that is like, okay, so I didn't come to play today.
Now, wait a minute. Again, when we last week did our Riot anniversary, we were debating on what size of cake we should get, and then you had some complaints that we should have gotten a full sheet cake. And it's astronomical how many servings they say are in a full sheet cake. How many for Costco's?
All right, well, I'm pulling it up right now.
So how many servings in a Costco cake?
Well, let me just tell you, their website is not going to help you at
48 servings.
That's all?
Depending on the size of your slice, they say you can get 30 to 60 pieces out of a Costco cake. But the official word from Costco is that there's 48 servings because Costco knows it's going to be bigger.
Okay,
they're just bigger with that.
If you just look at Costco, I think we can do it. And I
don't think it's going to be hard. Unless this is one of those things you're confident about and then you don't realize your body shuts down after
I'll tell you what,
20 pieces of cake.
There's a lot of challenges out there that people do that really aren't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, I watched someone try the milk challenge that had a confidence level that was through the roof.
Because they love milk.
They were throwing up at the 52-minute mark.
So you want to do a CAKEMAGEDDON?
Nikki, tell me that doesn't sound perfect.
Yes, it does. But I just decided I don't want to eat cake, and now we're going to have a whole big cake.
What?
Well, I just was like, maybe we should have so much cake. Should we do this after the fundraiser?
Maybe.
If the spring fundraiser is a success,
reach our goal,
we can have a CAKEMAGEDDON.
We'll have CAKEMAGEDDON. I do love where this is going.
So
I really do.
Basically, in this Urban Dictionary, they say to celebrate, and then you can put your friend's name in his birthday.
Celebrate RadioU's fully funded nature.
We planned a CAKEMAGEDDON. An event of 6 or less people attempt to eat an entire Costco sheet cake in one sitting.
Go. If you want to, we'll crank up the difficulty. We'll make it 4 people. 5 people.
No, I want someone we can tag in. We need someone who's wanting to really take the bulk of it, and we'll take the outer pieces.
Well, but see, you what is this with you not wanting to eat cake?
I do, but I don't want to eat a whole sheet cake.
You're not going to have to. You're going to have to eat 1/6 of a sheet cake.
That's still a lot.
Is it?
That's still a lot.
I want you to know, this is perfect.
Don't forget it. Write it down.
Perfect. CAKEMAGEDDON. Oh, CAKEMAGEDDON. It's perfect. perfect. It also sounds like somebody that's a movie star. Oh, have you seen that new movie with CAKEMAGEDDon in it?
Starring Sir CAKEMAGEDDon.
It sounds like a girl to me.
You don't have to apologize unless you've done something wrong.
Well, I'm sorry. I can't even think straight right now.
This is the worst of the riot. We're very, very sorry.
I'm wrapped up in something else right now.
He's still planning CAKEMAGEDDon, all right?
Yeah, because, okay, get a load of this. I just got hit up. No, this was a text message from
Kurt.
Kurt said, how much do I need to donate to the fundraiser to be part of the CAKEMAGEDDon team?
You could be a part of the squad, man.
Think about this. Your donation of $100 a month to keep Radio U on the air, plus you get to come into the studio with the Riot. We're going to have to move into the TV studio, and you'll be part of Team Radio U CAKEMAGEDDon. And see, what we do is, no matter however many people do it and are willing to participate,
we'll just set different
tables. 6 people to a cake, and we just set up cakes. And then you just come in, and it's just like, ready, go.
And then you have one sitting to eat the entire sheet cake.
And you're definitely going to have to sign a release form.
Kurt, we're going to say
definitely signing a release form.
We're going to say you're in. We haven't set up a price yet, but we now have one spot filled.
I'm telling you, like, this is it. Now,
it's something.
I don't know very many people that will actually go in for it, but it's a fantastic idea. I love it so much.
Well, who knows? But our spring fundraiser, that kicks off on Monday, but we'll see how CAKEMAGEDDon finds its way into it.
Yeah, there's there's so much drama we could build up about CAKEMAGEDDon, and you just keep thinking about, like, it sounds really easy and pleasant right now, but like, this is going to be work, and by the time you're done, you're going to not want cake. Now, I mean, that only lasts about half an hour, but still, you're actually gonna walk away from it going,
hating it.
I think I've had enough cake, but dude,
and you're like, why didn't I save any leftovers? Because I ate it all. Because I had to eat it.
CAKEMAGEDDon, Nikki. Like, I need you to get on board. No, you're not. You haven't caught the vision. You're not with it. Nope.
Why can't it be?
Don't say Vegetable-mageddon. Carrot-mageddon. Everybody gets their own personalized bags of snack-sized carrots.
Why can't we ever have something that's good for us? We did the chicken nugget thing. That was destructive last week. There was a lot of nuggets.
Protein was in that?
In the nuggets?
Yes.
It was terrible.
Tons.
We had a lot of McDonald's last week, guys. And I'm just afraid with the cake, we never have anything else that's like, oh, that's actually great.
I don't know who this person is, but somebody just texted us that said CAKEMAGEDDon. I'm in.
2 people.
Yeah. But remember, you have to support Radio U, too. You can't just come and eat cake. You gotta help us. You have to keep us on the air.
We need to focus on the main part, which is still getting Radio U funded next week.
Maybe $100 a month is too much, but you join the Riot. But see, the Riot Club, there'll be lots of people join that. There'd be too many people.
No, we have like tables.
The
we have tables set up back there, and each set of 6 gets their own cake.
Yeah, you come by.
And we spread out. Like, you're in one table. It's like a wedding.
Yeah, or like bride or groom side. And then someone comes in, they're like,
Obie or Nikki.
You know what? I just need a seat. I'm not here to choose sides.
And then you're on the back table.
Yeah.
With Hudson.
Hudson. So I'm here to be with.
He's in the back.
I'm telling you, there's something here, guys. CAKEMAGEDDon, catch the vision. The other side of it is I could just be really excited about eating cake.
I think that's mostly it.
Don't be like that, Nikki.
Someone else is in.
That's where you're supposed to say.
Guys, the tables are filling up.
See?
Again, it's only if it's something that could technically be destructive to us.
All right, but here's what we do is we just pick during the fundraiser, there's an afternoon. You've got 2 hours to get in. We set a dollar amount, and if we get blank number of people that are in, CAKEMAGEDDon happens. You all come in, set up the cameras. It's a lot Facebook Live trying to eat.
I think the funniest would be if it was CAKEMAGEDDon, it was just you and I had to eat the whole sheet cake.
So,
like, that'd be the worst. But I think that's what people want the most. We haven't.
But don't you think people want to do it with us?
Wait. During the spring fundraiser, if we raise enough money, then the following day we have to eat the sheet cake during that shift.
During the thing?
During the shift, yeah. Or the day, because we have 2 shifts. Gosh, stop it. I don't want to think anymore.
So, like, you and I the whole time, we're just on Facebook Live the whole time just trying to eat the cake.
Not while we're talking, but, like, during the songs and stuff. We have to get through the whole cake. And we can't go off air.
You have to.
Until we get the cake eaten.
It would take
forever.
Okay, now wait. If we do that,
because it's hard to eat and talk. Like we get sick to our stomachs because we talk so much. So okay, think about it. Just go back to the drawing board.
I'm telling you right now, CAKEMAGEDDON, Nikki. Can't you just hear?
I can see it.
I know.
I can see it. And that's what makes me mad. I can totally see this being amazing.
I know. And we need stuff like, here's what you need, because we have to be able to say stuff like, CAKEMAGEDDON.
Perfect. That's us.
It's a CAKEMAGEDDon. Oh, my gosh. It's perfect. We're going to workshop this.
The Riot with Obadiah.
Oh, loneliness and cheeseburgers are a dangerous mix.
The Riot with Nikki.
Shut up.
Oh, don't tell me to shut up!
The Riot on RadioU.
What did you say?
What?
Are you saying CAKEMAGEDDON over the fundraiser stuff?
Wait, Nikki. Did you say CAKEMAGEDDON?
If this becomes a thing, our spring fundraiser starts on Monday. All of you guys seem to be wanting to join our team.
What, CAKEMAGEDDON Monday? Mageddon Monday?
Oh, God, stop making it work. Stop trying to make it fit.
What are you saying? CAKEMAGEDDON. I need wait.
You need something bigger.
We need something. I mean, this is just, I don't have all the stuff right now, but we start here like, CAKEMAGEDDON.
That's you talking into your tumbler.
I know. See how empty my tumbler is? I really need some more coffee.
Do you see the production value of this show?
Yeah.
Sounds like you're in the toilet.
Well, I do have to go. I mean, I have to leave. That's not
the other one. Not the other one.
Hang on. It's smelly cheese.
Nice.
A lot of people are in. They like this CAKEMAGEDDON idea.
Feel free to text us, 877-2RadioU, if there's ever something you want to talk about or join any of our teams.
Okay, Stefan says that it should be whipped icing, not buttercream. That would be awesome.
No, give him that because we don't do that.
Yeah, I know, but it would go down easier. Because we're talking about quantity.
Down. So basically, if you weren't with us a few minutes ago, someone had tweeted at us what CAKEMAGEDDON is, and that's like a Urban Dictionary thing where you and 5 others, it has to be a team of 6 or less, have to eat an entire Costco sheet cake in one sitting, and that's what a CAKEMAGEDDON is called.
Randall says RadioU, where your waistline is growing.
Oh,
that's
good.
Good.
Never... Ever. Again, no one ever comes up with something like, hey, how much broccoli can you do?
Oh, boy. You know what? Why don't we each get a bag of broccoli, and we'll call it the Broccoli Challenge, and we'll see who gains the least weight from eating the whole bag of broccoli.
We don't get that.
We'll weigh ourselves before and after.
We don't get like a superfood challenge. It's always like a sheet cake.
Oh, I think that sounds so much worse. It sounds so much worse.
Why are you... No, that's the worst thing. No one's joining that.
What, like the superfood challenge?
Yeah, something.
You'd never get anybody. Where, let's see. Well, what do we use? We got to have something for the superfood challenge. Nikki, let's see if you can get some, some support. Anybody want to play the superfood challenge?
Entire veggie tray. And the dip.
And we have to keep eating the veggie tray the whole time.
Hey, have you seen the one with those stupid pea things, like the snap peas? They'll take a while.
We're not doing that.
That's dangerous.
We're not doing that.
Okay,
that sounds ridiculous.
Is that out?
That's just ridiculous.
A fruit bowl? No?
Oh, you know what? We'll each get our own, canned fruit. We'll each have a big one. The big thing's a canned fruit. Everybody's got to eat it. Sam says, I'd do it. How many sheet cakes can we eat?
Oh, so he's back to the sheet cakes. He's not to the superfood veggie tray?
Justin might have the best idea of the entire thing. You have to do CAKEMAGEDDON during Hurricane Heist. Can you finish the cake before the hurricane hits?
So are we at the movie theater? Can we get a sheet cake in?
Yep. Well, you got a pretty big purse.
I can just hold it to the side.
Just put it in there
They're like, why are you holding your bag weird?
Man, you can't look inside a lady's purse. Get out of here.
Franklin says cake is a superfood. Oh, this one's a good one. Salad-mageddon.
Well, yeah, that's a real good one. That's...
I just thought, we're just trying. We're just trying.
I really need to get these sounds set back up. We really need. I'm feeling great. That's going to put me back on top.
Justin's question was, what is the goal of the Superfood Challenge? Who can lose the most happiness?
No, who can gain the most happiness? That's crazy.
No, the Superfood Challenge.
Oh, yeah. No. You know what? You're right. Superfood Challenge is out. Like, it's out.
Why are you guys always wanting us to eat cake?
Because
Why?
it's who said it? It is a superfood.
Not reasonable amounts either. A whole Costco sheet cake is way bigger than we think it is.
Oh, what about this? Christian says Team Radio U takes on the winner in the whatever is like a team time trial. So it's like me, you, and Hudson in a cake versus
cake madness?
3 other people with the cake. Who can eat the most in 10 minutes?
Gosh, all right. Maybe we'll see. We got to get Hudson to see if he wants to do. Can you guys? The text messages are a bit. Guys, there's so many people. We can't keep on track on these.
JC says, let's be honest.
There's too many.
The people willing to snack on superfoods aren't the kinds of people to do the CAKEMAGEDDon challenge.
Oh, Chris, who can eat a whole Costco jar of pickles first? So basically, are we saying anything at Costco can be a Mageddon?
No, you know what? Let me tell you what. You guys are losing the vision. Okay, you guys are getting off track. It's a cake thing. It's cake. All right, CAKEMAGEDDon. That's what it is. It's not Pickle-mageddon. It's not Salad-mageddon. It's not Broccoli-mageddon. It is CAKEMAGEDDon.
That's all you want to do.
Get focused.
Oh my gosh.
All right. I mean, I hate to have to start yelling, but you know what? The class is getting off track. Let's get our CAKEMAGEDDon books out and turn to page 31.
Let's take all of the most mind-numbing things the Riot has ever said and play them again.
It's a stupid idea, but I love it.
It's the Riot on Radio U.
You know, if you have cable or whatever, it's hard to keep track of what is a new TV show that's going to be on whenever. It's so easy for new shows to come and go. You have no idea they exist. I feel like it's even worse with streaming services because, you know, how many streaming services are there? 1 million. I know you're like, whoa, Netflix, Amazon, Hulu. But
there's so many more outer layer ones that are more
Crackle. Yeah, everybody walking in Crackle.
I don't think it's around anymore, but that's an example of the smaller ones that have not picked up.
Still trying to get out there and make it happen.
Do something.
So how about this? Remember when we talked about Stargate?
Yes. Okay, so Stargate is an old movie.
Yep.
And an old TV show.
Like a 90s, 90s movie, 90s TV show, too. And then they had Stargate Atlantis and Stargate Universe.
It's all in your head. It's all there.
It seems like there should be another one.
So then Stargate is something where you can have all the episodes of the shows. And so instead of signing up with like a Netflix or Amazon, to carry the back catalog, they came out with an app themselves that you were supposed to pay, I think, a one-time fee.
Yes, you paid one time.
And then you got the whole back catalog and then some version of a new show that they had that would only be available on the Stargate.
Yeah.
Keep wanting to say the Fargate, but the Stargate.
Goes far, get it?
And then that was the app. Mm-hmm. So what happened? Is it still around?
I guess.
Is it out?
It is. See, that's the thing. No one's talking about it.
Because
I don't know. Nikki, the thing is, I'm out there on the nerd places.
Yeah, but that I feel like is even one more step over. That's very targeted.
I'm out in that nerdy place and nobody's talking about it.
Aren't you on the Stargate sites?
No. Like Stargate fan sites?
Yeah.
No, I'm not in there anywhere. But I'm just amazed, one, that it showed up, nobody knows. Seems like nobody really cares. But here, let's take Stargate and let's make the audience even smaller.
How's
you
that
ready?
possible?
Oh, watch me.
How's it possible?
Watch me. You're going to be able to, starting today, over the next 3 days, you can watch it in VR for free.
Oh, it's even tinier.
How do you take a small audience and make it smaller? How do you split the atom? How is it done?
I mean, it's like the amount of people that have virtual reality stuff is small.
I know.
I mean,
I'm in there.
You're in there.
I'm in that gang.
That's
that crowd.
That's the example of yes, it's very small.
Me and my peeps.
Well, you have something now. You can watch Stargate.
You want to talk about being in a really small niche. The only place I can find people that will talk virtual reality at all is on Reddit, which I know Reddit's big, but you're so many levels down the Reddit hole to find other people that have it.
But sometimes that's the only way for you to find other people is if you hop on Reddit and find it.
Isn't that normalizing fringe behavior that maybe we should just stop?
Maybe, possibly. Yes,
All right,
Eric
here. Hey, do you think they're making this because they assume that people who have VR headsets are so dumb they'll pay for anything?
Absolutely.
And so they're
like these
targeting
people
them.
have stupid money?
Absolutely. And I think that if you take that Venn diagram of people that have VR at home and people that are interested in Stargate, it looks like one circle.
Where like
and just gobs of money, they'll do anything with it
not
too.
necessarily gobs of money, but just that they'd pay for it. Whereas, like for me, I'm desperately waiting for Gilmore Girls, the next season from Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
They know better than to put that on virtual reality.
You can only
it's not on VR.
You can only see the new Gilmore Girls in virtual reality.
I promise you won't see that because they know the target.
No, that's a way to finally sell some VR headsets.
I'd love to see what's happening. You know, what are you not
What is
seeing in Stars Hollow?
Yeah, I can look around. Actually, well,
Stars
maybe I could have
Hollow,
looked around.
The gate to Stars Hollow.
To Stargate.
Expanded universe.
Stargate.
That was the only show I could think of that I'm
Crossover,
still waiting on
friends.
the next one.
Crossover.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect.
The worst of the riot is over, but the fun can keep going.
Hey, I saw you checking out my goods.
Check the Riot blog or stalk us on social media.
You want to sample them? A little try before you buy, huh?
Through riot.radiou.com.
It's not Pickle-Mageddon. It's not Salad-Mageddon. It's not Broccoli-Mageddon. It is Cake-Mageddon.